our next up, Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shadeur Sanders expected to play in tomorrow's preseason finale against the Rams. Yesterday, he was asked about that entertainers versus competitors comment that Dillion Gabriel, another rookie quarterback there, made during an in-game interview last week that some interpreted as a dig at Shadeur Sanders. Here's what he said.
Spoke with him, he said, nah, bro, that wasn't. He said that wasn't. He told me on the plane, he came up, he was like, nah, bro, that wasn't at you. I see how they trying to spin. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm not tripping, regardless of whatever it was. Nobody's words or anything affects me, you know? So, yeah.
So did you believe him when he told you it wasn't on you?
Did I believe him?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you're trying to start stuff now. I feel like you're trying to start stuff. I mean, he's doing his job. He's supposed to. Do I feel like he did? I don't know. And that's not on me to sit here and be like, oh, he did, he didn't. That's not going to change my life in any way.
Interesting at minimum, right? Like, we play this game sometimes, something or nothing. So this whole little kerfuffle, if indeed it even is one, is it something or nothing?
I mean, it's nothing. Guys actually fight. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like guys actually throw fists in football practice sometimes. So there's tension. I've been a part of position battles that aren't the backup quarterback position battle. Yeah. And there's tension. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't mean anything. So I think it's nothing. It was clear that neither of them. So Gabriel obviously said something that could be interpreted the way that we're all interpreted. Shadeur had the opportunity to shut it down. He chose not to. I don't care about it, and I think that he doesn't care either, but I don't know. This is not going to get in the way of anything.
I mean, look, I have 2 points here. One, I don't think that Dillion Gabriel, for whatever it's worth, I don't think he was taking a shot. This is not Taylor Swift at an awards show dropping Easter eggs for Taylor Swift 13. Like, that's not what's happening here.
I was about to say, Taylor got beef? What happened?
Yeah, no. She's just sending messages that way.
Gotcha.
I don't think that's
could be saying we've got, if you're going to use a Taylor reference, then we could say we got bad blood.
Right,
we used to had mad love, but then you made a deep cut. I mean, I know the words to the song.
They never had mad love.
This is your fault, Brooke. This is your fault.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes.
For all the Swifties that are tuning in.
Right.
But here's the other thing. I really appreciate the way that Shadeur handled that back and forth with the reporter, because I can tell you, as a reporter sitting in that seat, you want to build a rapport with the quarterback, and you want to me, if he had sniped right back at him and been short and been kind of bristly at it, then I would think, oh, there's more there. Oh, something's going on. I almost think he did shut it down with the tone that he had. Because if he had been, again, hurt, then I would think, okay, I need to keep digging. I need to ask more follow-up questions.
All right, so Graziano, here's what I want to throw, because you've been there and you've talked to everybody involved, and you have a much better sense than I do of where everyone's head is involved in this situation. There's one part of me that thinks these are two rookie quarterbacks vying for a backup job, so why in the world would this be significant to anyone anyway? There's another part of me that thinks this isn't just that, though. Shadeur Sanders is not your run-of-the-mill fifth-round quarterback. He's just not. And what winds up happening with him is going to be of enormous interest to a lot of people. Sure. It may or may not be of great consequence to the Cleveland Browns' future, but it is of enormous interest to people. Sure. And Dillion Gabriel is the guy who was unexpectedly drafted in the third round ahead of him. So there's a uniqueness to the situation that makes it interesting to me one way or the other.
I would agree. I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship or whether they have one. But yeah, the situation is you have a fairly wide open competition here, because the starter is Joe Flacco, who's 40 years old and not the future of the franchise. Kenny Pickett, who's in front of both of them on the depth chart, hasn't been able to stay healthy. So at this point, it looks like one of the two rookies is going to be the backup on Week 1's game against the Bengals. So they are in a competition. I don't think this whole thing has nothing to do with that competition.
Correct.
But I think to Brooks' point about how do you carry yourself in the building, I think what we've heard about Shadeur Sanders has all been positive in that front. So obviously showing maturity there and handling a weird situation probably the right way.
Not his first rodeo. I mean, he's experienced it from his dad. He's been around. He's been a high-profile athlete for a long time. But listen, the competition was on when you drafted me. So we understand.
Yeah.
Men can be teammates and be respectful, but it's still a competition. At the end of the day, it's not over till I win, to quote Les Brown. You know what I mean? And right now, Shadeur quietly is trying to become the starting quarterback, because this is his probably best opportunity to be a starter in this league, because all I have to do is go around a 40-year-old guy that's not going to be here, another guy that's a franchise guy that they're going to get out of here as soon as they can, and I got this third-round guy in front of me. Oh, that's barbecue chicken.
At the end of the day, you just said it right. Kenny Pickett's not healthy. So one of these two guys is going to be a hit away from playing 2 weeks from Sunday, right?
Unless it's Tyrod Taylor, who's also there. This is the weirdest situation, quarterback situation in the league.
Yeah, we can't predict it, but I think the point that is important is that the Shadeur thing is going to make it, like, we all assume that it's nothing, but the fact that there's some, like, multiplying factor when you involve Shadeur makes it a little bit more interesting and makes it a possibility to build into something more interesting.
Not Tyrod Taylor.
You meant Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley.
I knew what you
I'm
meant.
about to say, what happened? Break it on.
They did bring everybody
He's supposed to
in.
be on the Jets. Okay, much more football of the NFL variety on this Football Friday, but now college. Roll the tape.
This is a beautiful time in a wonderful town. We have real football happening for the first time in months. It's Farmageddon.
It's the Aer Lingus Football Classic on week 0 in Dublin.
Ready or not, here they come. College football kicks off tomorrow. And so we cover it with Joe Fortenbaugh, who's got numbers, and Greg McElroy back with us after a long summer. He's got the analysis. We'll do more or less. All of the totals that we bring you here are from the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. So, Joe, let's start with Colorado. We were just talking about Shadeur Sanders. Dillion, of course, still there. Their total is 5.5 wins. What do you think?
Less, but I wouldn't be aggressive with it. It's a sharp number. It's hard to be bullish on a team like this when you take as much production from last year's team off the roster. Great quarterback in Sanders, Heisman Trophy winner, two-way player, number 3 overall pick in Travis Hunter. I've got him as underdogs in 8 of 12 games. There's some coin flips in there, but I lean to less here on 5.5 wins.
Greg, what, if anything, does Dillion as a coach have to prove this year?
Well, Greeny, he has to prove nothing. He's done an amazing job taking Colorado from the cellar of college football to one of the most watched and exciting programs in the sport year over year. He's already established himself as a top-level coach. If they were to fall off this year because of the absences of Travis Hunter and Shadeur Sanders, that would happen to just about anybody, so I wouldn't take it too personal if, in fact, that goes down. What I'm curious about, though, is if he overextends, he goes from not just one of the most exciting coaches, but one of the most respected coaches in college football based on his exo acumen. He has a big chance sitting right in front of him this season.
All right, he might be the biggest star in the sport. Let's go to the number 1 team in the sport, at least according to the preseason poll, Texas. Their total, Joe, at ESPN Bet Sportsbook is 10.5 wins. You go more or less?
Less, and this is one where I'd get aggressive. 10.5, remember, bowl games don't count, playoff games don't count, conference championship games don't count. It's just a 12-game regular season. So if you price someone at 10.5, what you're telling us is that you have an elite quarterback. Arch Manning, he might be an elite quarterback. I've only seen 95 career passes. What does that tell us? I'm going to go under. 2 big dog spots with Ohio State.